So we bought another house with issues. I bought this house from a wholesaler for $425. It's 1,500 square foot house, 4 bedrooms with used to be 1.5 bathroom. The plan is to keep it 4 bedrooms, make a master bedroom because there's no master bedroom with a bathroom obviously, and then powder bathroom, and then we're gonna make a laundry and a mudroom and stuff like that. I've sold about 5 or 6 homes in this city. That's why I know from my own experience that this city, it sells pretty well. Yeah, the location is pretty good. So that was my main reason why I bought this house. It's just another little quick, easy project in between.
Never say that again, bro. We don't have any quick and easy projects. Never had.
My first impression was, what am I gonna do with the layout? Because it was such a weird layout. This room is kind of funky one. We have super low ceilings over here. I mean, I don't know. I bought it and I had no idea what I'm gonna do with it. When we started the remodel, the first issue we came up with was the layout, of course, what we're gonna do with it, and a whole bunch of bearing walls that I didn't think would be a bearing wall. Over here used to be a wall with the kitchen in the middle of the house. This beam is holding on to this, and then there's another beam that's going there. And then we have another beam over here that's holding on this header. And then I wouldn't think that this would be a bearing wall. I thought, you know, this would be just whatever, nothing. Yeah, right. As you can see, maybe they didn't have 16 footers or 14 footers. Now we have to fix it. We're gonna sister onto these so to make it a solid 2x10 all the way. And then we can remove that wall. Now we're taking off this wall. This wall should not be bearing. I hope not. And it doesn't look like it is, but who knows, man. We are trying to work with it and work around it and trying to come up with some kind of layout to make sense. There used to be a wall right here, and it was a bearing wall, as you can see right here. So we had to get a solid 2x10 to go all the way. And then where else was there? There was a bearing wall over here. Also, we started to remove it to make this into a walk-in closet and a bathroom. But then we opened it up, and this wall ended up being a bearing wall. So originally I was supposed to make the wall right here to make the bathroom and the walk-in closet a little bit smaller, but we had to improvise and we had to move it over here so that way we don't have to install a beam. But I think that's actually a good thing. Now we can have a double vanity, and then we have a large walk-in closet as well. As you can see, got a new bathtub. This whole area, I wanted to open it all up, but this beam sits on this wall, so we kind of had to work around it. So what we ended up doing is framing this box out so we can put a powder bathroom and a mudroom slash laundry. So I think it turned out pretty good. And then this is going to be our new bedroom. And then this is gonna be our other bedroom that was existing. We just relocated the door to over here. So this used to be a little bedroom, which we turned into a bathroom with a walk-in closet. So we have a master bedroom, because this house did not have a master bedroom. So that's why we had to add this fourth bedroom. We had to add it back in over there. I think this layout is actually, pretty good with what we have working. It was kind of interesting. I didn't really know what I'm gonna do with the layout, but I think it's gonna be a pretty nice layout. We have an open concept over here still. You have the laundry, the half bath, and 4 bedrooms. So I think this house is gonna be a pretty nice dream home for somebody. So after we demoed, we ran into another issue of the garage wall was fully rotten because of water going into the garage. So I didn't see that when I was buying it, because there's a bunch of stuff all over, in the garage. You literally couldn't see it. So that's 0.75. And then we have a powder bathroom right here, a guest bathroom. I guess these 2 rooms is gonna probably use this powder bathroom. This beam splits, so we would have to basically throw a beam in from that end and then all the way over there, all the way across the whole house basically, because otherwise we would have a post here and then it would look kind of stupid. And then also this beam right here sits on top of this wall, and there used to be an opening right here to go into this other living room. So this whole area was one all open living room. So that's why we had to make this box around, it takes care of this beam and then it takes care of that beam right there. That's what we got going on with this. And it still turned out pretty good, because now we have a laundry and a mudroom. And then we decided to frame this out and make this into a room, because we took away one room over there. It was a small room, so we made it into a master bathroom. So that means we took away one bedroom, so we added it back in here. So we ended up back with, how we started with 4 rooms. And also we're hiding this beam in it's just gonna be you know, straight wall. Yeah, it's pretty typical for me to come in and change the layout because most of the time it's, you know, houses from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and they had different style back then with enclosed kitchen, and now everybody likes the open concept. And a lot of those houses have a bunch of wasted space, and it's not efficient. There's no flow through the whole house. We got our drywall delivered today, so we gotta insulate later today the exterior walls, and then we're gonna install new drywall. So that's what we got going on today. This house, I would assume probably a family with maybe dogs would like it because of the backyard. There's a decent backyard. It's fully fenced, and it does have 4 bedrooms, so maybe a family. Yeah, so before what we had was 2 walls right here, and this was a kitchen with an entrance through over here. So you'd walk in and this would be the kitchen. And then this right here was all just like a second living room. This was part of the second living room. And then over here we had a wall and there was a bathroom in that corner and a laundry in this corner, and then in between the bathroom and the laundry there was just like a big wasted space. So we demoed everything and we moved the kitchen over to this side, made an L shape with an island. Yeah, so the most important part, and I knew you was gonna ask me this, and I did my homework before and I did my calculations before, and the numbers don't look so good. When I bought this house, I knew that we're gonna make a small profit compared to our other flips. I was hoping to sell this house for $620 and we would have made around $45,000 to $50,000, but we got an offer for $605 and we're gonna most likely take it. We're still negotiating it like literally right now. And yeah, if I'm gonna sell it, which I will most likely, for $605 just to move it. After the remodel cost, which was $107,000 total, and then all the hard money fees and, you know, all the real estate agent fees when I'm gonna be selling the house, it comes out to about $15,000 in profit. Still not that bad. I was hoping to get at least 25. You know, I wasn't, as usual, wasn't planning on spending that much money. I was supposed to spend around 70 or 80,000, I think, is what I budgeted. But man, I don't know, everything's expensive nowadays. Just I don't even know where I spend that money. I mean, I have it all written down, everything's tracked. I wouldn't say this was like a really crazy remodel, but yeah, it still ended up being $107,000 when I was budgeting for $70,000 to $80,000. So if we would have been with $80,000, we would have been okay. But you know, it is what it is. We're just gonna know next time that it's gonna cost us a little bit more. And when I bought this house, you know, I bought it with, I mean, it was not really the best deal. It was a decent deal. I mean, obviously, if I would have got it for like around 400, which is what I offered to the wholesaler originally, and yeah, he said that we can't do that. Here we are. We're making $15,000 in 6 weeks, which is not bad. You know, you can't complain. It's better than not making any money at all. But yeah, this would be like one of my lower profit, actually probably the lowest one.